All right, you guys, welcome back to another episode of iCraft. And as you can tell, we are not on the iCraft server right now because I have been a little busy just building different types of crypts and different types of graveyards for the graveyard we're working on in town. So these are the ideas that I have come up with so far. Let's start with the graveyard. It's on the other side of this house. We got a few little graveyards here. So we start out like these are the basic, backward stair, coarse dirt, yada, yada, yada. Pretty basic. Then we have this, which I was thinking could be like a family plot, because there's a lot of things like where two people get buried together, and then they have like a adjoining tombstone, so I figured that would work the best. But I always want each one of these to have room for a sign, so that I could go through and add names or like things like that are on the gravestones. This one's a little bit richer, like let's say a person had a little bit more wealth and he wanted to be buried a bit more in style, so that's this. And then we do have two crypts. Let's start with the smaller one, and I'm going to use both of these in the one in the graveyard in town, as well as the graveyard in the Halloween town. But the main difference is that for the one in town, I want this to be as nice as possible. So I'm not going to add variation of cracked stone or too much cobble. I don't want to add any of that because I want it to look like it's in pristine condition, that people take care of it, which is why it looks like it's in pristine condition. And this one is pretty simple. It's for one person, pretty small. It's really just one block. Well, it's technically like 5 blocks wide, but only one block that you can walk in, and it's just this little thing right here. The next one that we have is the same design, like the outside is still the same here. This can be done because this is not a full block, as you can tell. This gap is not a full block gap. You can do this with using slabs, so slab at the top and a slab at the bottom, or by doing stairs. So I have a stair, 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 and then you get the gap right in the middle. So it works great when you're trying to make it all fit, because sometimes you'll need to use both because you don't have enough space to use all the stairs everywhere. So over here again, 4 stairs, slab, slab, 4 stairs. Perfect. And you come over here. This one is a little bit bigger, more like a family tomb, or at least a couple crypt. And you walk right in, and it's got the 2 sections here that's blocked by this divider here. And this divider, you can put the sign right on front. And so we got 1 and 2 with a torch above here and a torch there as well. Pretty simple. I'm thinking about leaving the doors open just because they don't really need, doors on this. Really, it's just a crypt. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hop back on the iCraft server and build these up throughout. I probably won't do the tombstones just yet, but I want to do one of these at the top of the hill, maybe one of these at the top of the hill, and then 2 of these the smaller ones down at the bottom before we get to the top. So let me actually just go ahead and hop over there and show you guys exactly what I mean. If it would load, please and thank you. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and fly for a second. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, I did do some work off camera in between episodes with the pathways so that we actually have a designated pathway. Oh no. Oh, the lag. Did you see that lag? I'm sure you saw it, but that lag, man, it caught me totally off guard. So off guard. Let's go ahead and there we go. That's better. Much better. So in case you can't tell a little bit from here, we do have a main pathway walking into the graveyard. I need to eat. Eat. Yeah. So this is the walkway that everyone can take, and then the gate's right there, and then and then we have this main pathway coming up, and we'll put the bigger crypt right on top with probably a smaller one on this side as well. Like a smaller one here and a bigger one here. And I really don't want anything else to be up here, just that and maybe some seating areas. I don't want there to be any tombstones buried up here. Down here, I do want to put a smaller crypt here in the corner. It's kind of perfect for it, as well as probably one either in this corner or just down here. Maybe I'll do one here and one here. So 3 smaller crypts down here, and then the rest will just be spread out gravestones throughout this entire thing. Yeah. And so this main pathway is going to be mostly stone, which, as you can see, I already have. But the offshoots that are going to lead to the actual crypts, so one here, one down here, one down here, and then, of course, up here is still going to be stone because it's like the main walkway. But these smaller offshoots down here are going to be made out of dirt so that they have their own pathway, but it's not going to be, too defined or too well defined. There you go. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make some of these crypts real quick, and then I'll be back with you guys when I'm ready to look around at it and see if it actually looks as good as I thought it does, or think it will. Hopefully it looks good. I don't want to have to redo this. I see you, Mr. Pigman. I see you over there. All right, so I have gotten quite a lot of work done. I want to fly back up here to our lovely perch up here in the sky and see if I can. Nope, I can't land that. Am I still flying? I am. Let's try this again. You can kind of see them down there a little bit. I'm still a bit far away, but I've built quite a few. I did a little extra ones than I thought I was originally going to make. Am I out of steak? I am. Okay, so backup chicken. Thank you, backup chicken. Let's hurry up and run. Oh no, that lag. That lag spike was so bad. Okay. In case you can't tell, I also planted a bunch of trees too. So we have some spruce trees in here. They're just going to be along the edges, really. So I just have a few along the edges here. And then again, up on top, we're going to have a few as well. In that space right there in between these two up on the hill, I'm going to do some type of like seating area little thing, kind of thing. And then down here we're all gonna, I still need to do the roads. So I have the 2 roads up here going to these, but I need to do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 because I did instead of just the 3 I did another one down there. So I still need to put those roads in. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and put the roads in. I'm gonna add some lanterns. I actually want to copy the lanterns that Luke made when we worked on this road that we did as a group. He made some really cool lanterns down here at the beginning of the road, and I think I'm just going to copy them because they're really cool. These, yeah, and I'll just have them hang over the road. Ugh. Yeah, I really like them. They got a cool little arch, and they're very out of the way. So I think I'm going to do something like this. And instead of fences, though, well, maybe I will use fences. I'm not sure, because everything else is stone inside of the graveyard. So I was like, maybe I could do stone-type lanterns, but the fences look a lot better. They're daintier. So maybe I could get away with doing like a few lanterns, and instead of doing the whole road with fences, I'll just do a few fences along the way. And yeah, that would probably look cool and give it a little extra design along everything. That would look nice. So I'm going to go ahead and do these pathways real quick. Very quickly. I think for this one, I just want it to be a straight pathway and then have it branch off rather than having it go off into 3 different directions, because that would be a little much, maybe. I'm not sure. I want to do whichever way saves me the most path blocking, because my shovel's about to die. And I don't want it to die until after we're done with everything here. So let's go ahead and add this little guy in here. I'm not going to do the whole thing on camera, just so that we get the idea of what it's going to look like. Like that. Yeah, like that. And then I also have turned one of these little crypts into my sleeping area. So all of them, when you walk in, the smaller ones like this, you just walk in and they got this little grave in it. You're like, okay, cool. But this one was the first one I built, and it also is a little different. So you walk in and you go up, and then I have trapdoors here to hide my bed. So when you look at it from like just passing by, it doesn't look much different compared to those, unless you really were to look and notice it. But yeah, so that's where I've been sleeping in there, pretty much. And then all of these crypts do have torches in it, which is great. So at night they light up really nicely. So we're going to have just the lanterns, and then these actual crypts have lights in it. So it'll be kind of cool and eerie, although not too badly eerie. But yeah, that's the plan. So I'm going to go ahead and do that work, and then I'll be back at the end, hopefully. All right, you guys, so I have finished the graveyard, and it is looking magnificent. Honestly, I am so proud of this build. It looks so adorable, which is weird because it's where, dead people are. But it looks adorable. And I especially love the little lanterns I added. I only did 3 because I didn't want them to take up too much space in this actual... Oh, I forgot to take down some scaffolding there. Oops. But I didn't want them to take up too much space throughout this entire build, so only 3 really at the major cross-section points. But I am so proud of it. It really fills up the area well and gives that mountain a purpose, which is what I want this entire area to have eventually, is to have some type of purpose by the time the season ends, which is also going to be hard for me to do because... How did that happen? Sorry, I just noticed something went wrong with my I don't know if it really went wrong. It might not have gone wrong. I don't know. My recording's being weird. But I kind of want all this place to have some type of purpose or like reason for being, not just be plain like nothing. Like right here, this could use something. I think I'm gonna do something here in my next episode, just because I'm already here and I got all my resources. But I definitely just want this entire area to get like, you know, decorated and make it look like it's all a town, not just like spread out random builds everywhere. So it's coming together. And I actually think that's all the time I have for this episode, you guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like down below to show your support for the series. Comment as well. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that bell notification. And I forgot I wanted to actually show you guys like a walkthrough. Okay, let's go ahead and do a quick little walkthrough first of all. So this main path takes you down from the fork in the road up here where Mount glitches and right at the base of my tower with lovely Waffles Bridge right here. And you come on down here, you're just kind of strolling. You're going to see some more tents over here once I get to work. And then you come in here and you're like, okay, so sad. All of the graves in here have flowers because I felt like being nice and making it look a little bit nicer than a normal graveyard would be. And so when you just walk down here and you can go off to the major crypts, we have a few seating areas like this, with stairs, and then of course just your traditional signs on the side for everything. This I'm going to leave here, my little bed, just because it's actually useful and it's good for me to remember that there's a bed here. And then, yeah, you can still just keep walking around. There's another chair over there. I did go around and bone meal up wherever I saw some trees, so there is some extra grass growing behind things just for an added touch of decoration. And you come up this staircase, this stairway, I guess, I don't know what to call it, up to a few more seating areas. I did add a few graves up here. They're a little bit like bigger than the other normal graves, just because I needed to add some more space here. And then of course the main walkway just takes you straight up here to the largest crypt that they have, which I'm very proud of. Yeah, like I said, I'm super proud of this build. I hope you did like it. I know I already said goodbye. So that's going to be it from me today, you guys, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye, guys!